Hey, it's Kaufman is Alive. I look at comic books new and old. I wasn't planning on talking about Youngblood #1 anymore. I've already made a couple of videos covering it and doing in-depth reviews of this issue, but they have released the direct market edition, which I have here, the Ryan Stegman variant cover. And I'd already picked up this issue off of Rob Liefeld's website. I got the Virgin variant cover with his signature on it. Virgin being there's no logos or anything on the cover. And so I thought I was done talking about Youngblood. And when I was flipping through this direct market edition, I was looking at some of the pages and I thought to myself that some of the pages looked a little bit different. I wasn't too sure. I thought maybe just I hadn't looked at this book in a while or something. But then I was listening to Rob's most recent podcast, or at least one of his most recent podcasts that came out last week, the 1996 episode where he's talking about Heroes Reborn and his work on that. And in passing, he brought up how this direct market edition actually has some different pages in it than the original. He said the story and the script is all the same, but there's a few different panels in here that might be different. He just mentioned it quickly. He didn't really go in depth or anything. So I wanted to go through here and look and see if we could find the differences between the original version of this comic that he offered on his website and the direct market edition that you can buy in the shops that just came out. So I have not flipped through these yet to try and find what the differences are, so this could be a fun video here. We'll see how it goes. Well, first, obviously, let's start with the covers. We got different covers. They're both variant covers. The one on the left here is by Rob Liefeld, the creator, writer, and artist of Youngblood, and this one on the right is by Ryan Stegman, who's X-Men artist, Venom, former Vanish artist, and also Liefeld inked this one as well, which is cool. And I think Rob Liefeld's one of the best inkers. If you don't maybe like his pencil work, I think you got to give it up for his inks. I think he's a really great inker, and he always inks his own stuff too. He never has someone else inking his own stuff. So, all right, we get to the first interior cover here. Obviously, there's going to be a few differences on the interior covers, but not much. We get the same logo here. Story art and pencils by Rob Liefeld, Juan Manuel Rodriguez doing the art and color, Chance Wolfe additional inks, and Russ Wooten doing the lettering and design here. So, but there's some variant covers for this direct market edition, obviously. And we get this little drawing of Die Hard here with the Liefeld signature. The credits, they're done in different fonts and colors as well. And we get a Platinum Studios logo down here on this direct market edition. Not too sure what Platinum Studios is. Maybe that's Rob's current studio. I'm not sure. He's got some copyrights here, though, on some of these characters that I don't think are in the website edition. But he's got copyrights on Vandal, Vandel, that's one of his new characters, and Xerxes here. I just thought that was kind of interesting. Then we get to the first page here. And as you can see, here is where we start to get some of the major differences. There's some different colors here on the direct to stores edition. You can see Spawn's got some green glowing eyes, the red cape there. Shadowhawk's got the red eyes. It looks like the coloring has been changed here, mostly. I did notice what caught my eye the most flipping through the new edition was the colors to me didn't look as saturated. They looked a little more faded throughout this entire book. And you can see that right here on the first page. These clouds are more orange here and it looks faded in the new edition here. So some interesting changes there on the very first page. Then we get a double splash page for the next couple pages here. As you can see, not too big of a difference in any of these pages. Just the color, it looks like mostly is a little bit more saturated, like I was talking about. You see the other half of the page here. really no difference, and the script is the same, obviously, but just the colors look a little bit more faded. So go to the next page here. Same deal, no real big differences that I can tell. Pretty much the exact same drawing and script, and the colors almost look identical on this one, a little bit more faded. This was a page I noticed too looking at it. This is definitely a different drawing, and yeah, here we go. I thought so. We got a totally different drawing here on this splash page. Here's the nude edition, where you can see the characters are in different poses than in the old one here. I think I like the older one better, the website version. I think this is a cooler drawing. Although I kind of like this shaft. It looks almost anime. The eyes here, the real dark shadows under the eyes here. They don't look right, but it looks cool. I like it though. So yeah, some major differences here in this double splash page. This was one I noticed flipping through. I was like, I don't think this drawing was in the original. And yeah, here, turns out it's not. Also, they're not just in different spots, but also here we see that Chapel's got the weird like chin piece or headpiece around his head there. So some pretty big differences there, and the colors look a little bit faded as well. Then the next two pages, I don't see a lot of big differences here at all. These look pretty much the same. Yep, they look the same. Again, just the colors a little bit faded here. Kind of hard to tell though. You really wouldn't obviously know unless you read the first version. Everything looks the same here on these pages. Really like this drawing of Die Hard here. His arms look a little small, his body looks a little too big, but it's just a really cool looking drawing still nonetheless. Everything looks the same on here. On these two pages. Die Hard gets his psionic shield and sword here. Throws the shield like Captain America. These pages look all identical. Here you can see the colors are a bit faded as well on the new one. I really love the colors on the original. They really pop. It is kind of noticeable on this one. It almost, I don't know if it was done on purpose or just because maybe it's printed on a different printer or different paper or something. Everything looks a little bit more faded. I don't know if that was intentional or not by him. These pages all look the same as well. Maybe we've gotten through all the changes so far. I'm not quite sure. Like I said at the beginning, I've not flipped through this. This was all going to be a surprise for me as well. So here we got the Vandal character. He kind of looks like Deadpool. I think he's pretty cool though. He's kind of a speedster with claws. He's got an annoying personality. This is actually not his first appearance. He first appeared in the Last Blood comic by Liefeld that came out last year. So I think this is Vandal's second appearance. Again, no changes here, it doesn't look like. Just the colors. Oh, I flipped it over here. This is the, keep it simpatico with the rest of the video. We got the new edition here on the right, the old one on the left. No real changes here on these pages either. Everything looks the same here. You notice Badrock has only got the 4 fingers here, which he stays true to in this comic. I've always heard Rob Liefeld talk about how he can't draw water. He feels like he has trouble with that. And yeah, not the best splash there. And in lieu of actually drawing water, I do like that he kind of takes a Todd McFarlane sort of approach and just makes the panel borders bubbles here when Badrock's being thrown into the water. And I'm assuming Badrock, maybe he's so heavy, he's got so much mass, he just sinks right to the bottom and he can't swim. And we get a cliffhanger of sorts here at the end where Chapel sees something and he can't believe what he's seeing, but we actually don't see what it is. No changes in these pages though, it looks like. Everything looks pretty much the same here. And we get the final reveal of Supreme on the last page. No changes on that final page, except the colors a little bit. And then you get the back interior cover. Those are different. Obviously, they are promoting the second issue here, and we just get an Image 33 symbol with the Liefeld signature in black on the website edition. And a really nice, clean-looking Youngblood logo on the back. And on this one, we've got the Youngblood symbol with some blood splatter. So not a whole lot of changes, but I guess a couple big ones. You get the very first page here where we've got some different coloring on the first page. I love the concept of this first opening page, though, with the Image eye and 4 of the main Image original creator characters there, including Savage Dragon and Spawn. And then we get this double splash page, which is completely changed here. And I guess just to give the direct market edition its own little flavor, give it its own couple of unique pages here. Although I do like the original better. I think this is a better drawing of the team. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. I think this was kind of interesting. Youngblood #1. All the hype surrounding it right now. I really enjoyed this issue. Go check out my other 2 videos where I did a full review of this. And please donate to the channel. Feel free to. Link is in the description. Like and subscribe. And go read comics.